Welcome, everybody, to episode 127?
7
of the Geek Dad Report, the one show dedicated, formulated, specially created, and giving you guys all the weekly nerd news you need to know, and hopefully putting a smile on your face and making your week just a little more bearable. I'm Brian West, the hostess with the mostest, and that beautiful man over there is Ryan Thomason.
Hello, everyone. And I really do hope we put smiles on people's faces. That would just make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
We're trying to turn your frown upside down. Because if you live in America, there's a lot of shit to frown about. Unless you're...
Yes.
Well, I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, moving on. But yeah.
So,
what's up?
Hi, Brian. How are you?
Hey, Ryan. How are you? I'm drinking.
Doing good.
That's how I am.
I'm drinking water.
Loser.
Because I have vodka, but I don't like vodka straight, and I'm not going to have vodka in like 2% milk because we don't have any juice. So
I feel like if you're drinking vodka straight, that's the rock bottom, right? That's just
yeah.
Especially if it's like in a plastic bottle. If it's cheap plastic bottle vodka and you're just chugging it, you've hit the bottom, man.
Yeah, any one of those what's it called?
The next step
those shows that they.
The next step is literally sucking dick behind an alley for bathtub gin. I mean, that's your next step.
Yeah, any one of those shows that shows like the crazy alcoholics, they're always just getting like the giant bottles of vodka. So no, I would not be drinking that straight.
You ever? Side note, I always have this weird. Do you ever I want to get famous and then hit rock bottom just so I can have a He was living his life. Little did he know, tragedy was right around the corner.
So what are you gonna do that makes you go all the way down?
I don't want it to be something you can't come back from. I don't want anybody in my family to die. I don't want to become like a crazy cocaine addict and giving handies.
You don't want to be
giving the handies in the back of vans for a bump.
You could just do cocaine. I mean,
but if you do cocaine, you always end up giving hand jobs to strangers in the back of a van, okay?
Sure.
That's not high on the priority list.
You could just, put all of your money into some obscure cryptocurrency, and then it just, completely tanked.
Dude, my buddy's been just hard pressing me, full court press to get me to sign up for cryptocurrency. So I did download a bunch of apps to kind of watch cryptocurrency, and dude, the first day, I mean, we talked about it on the show last week, but the first day I'm watching, really paying attention, the volatility is insane. And this week, just they all took a massive hit.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay. I don't have the heart for that, man. I don't know, but you know what'll end up happening. You know it'll be rock bottom. Here's what it'll be: Brian and Ryan hit the top, and then they reached the pinnacle of their success, partying every night. There was the booze and the cocaine, and finally jealousy set in, and they no longer could work together. And Brian and Ryan went their separate ways. And then they hit rock bottom and reunited for a YouTube show. That'll be rock bottom. We'll be on YouTube. That'll be the rock bottom.
They built a second house and abandoned their families. And they lived together.
And gave hand jobs in the back of a van to pay the rent.
Wait, not to each other, though.
No! That'd be weird. What the hell's wrong with you? kind of sicko behind the scenes are you watching?
I hope
behind
not
the music.
That.
What would it be like the equivalent behind the podcast?
And then we become like Robert Downey Jr. Or we get to be we're on superhero movies and everything.
So who would you be? I don't want to typecast you and say you'd be Daredevil. So when we make our comeback, what superhero are you going to get cast as?
So the studio's going to pay for us to get all buff and stuff, right? I mean,
yourself, I'm already buff. Yeah.
Because currently I'm on I could be the Blob. I'm kind of working toward that.
I think the Blob is a superhero.
I'll be the villain. I don't care. I'll be the Blob on a redemption arc.
There you go.
I mean, but let's see, for superheroes, I'll go with I want to say Daredevil, but I'm gonna go with Cyclops.
Oh, everybody hates Cyclops.
Because I just want to shoot laser beams out of my eyes.
I'd love to be Superman, but I'm not, like, I'm blonde. With his round face. You know what I could be? I could be Green Lantern, one of the Green Lanterns, because I wouldn't even have to be. I could be Brian West, the Green Lantern. I wouldn't have to get in shape. I just fly around.
I think I'll go to. I wasn't even thinking about DC for some reason. I'll go with Blue Beetle.
Well, then you know what? If you're gonna be Blue Beetle, I will be Booster Gold. We are going to be the Blue Beetle and Booster Gold movie. I'm already seeing that now. You know what? DC, call us. We just casted your dream casting. And Ryan will give hand jobs to you in the back of a van. Come on.
Good thing I just swallowed my water, because I would have shot that shit out of my nose.
Stepping up. Listen, he'll do anything for a role in a movie. You heard it here. And I'll let him do anything for a role in a movie. That's how committed I am to the cause. What are we talking about? Maybe we should just abandon the show and we should just make like 2-minute shitty movies where we play like I was just thinking of Back to the Future. You could be Doc Brown, you be Marty, and I'll be Doc Brown. It'll be like a 2-minute shitty reenactment of the movie. That's our new show, right? It's gonna be called 2-minute shitty reenactments.
But we won't wear any costume that vaguely resembles like the characters.
No, we'll always have like one thing. So I'm just gonna be wearing like my normal clothes, but I'll put on like a white wig and I'll say, "Great Scott!"
and I'll just have like.
You gotta have the vest.
A vest. Yeah, you gotta have the vest for Back to the Future.
There you go. And you'll be like, I made out with my mom. And then and then you'll get in your red wagon with like, it'll have like DeLorean cardboard. And we'll push you around.
Yeah. And then it'll just end with me just saying, I made out with my mom.
And then I'll light you on fire and it'll look like, and then I'll light you on fire for like the 88 miles an hour. It'll be great. Yeah. I like this movie. I think we're going to shoot this.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a great 2-minute clip.
2-minute shitty movies.
Nobody's doing that.
You know what? Just so you fuckers don't steal it, it's trademarked, alright? TM'd right here. Timestamp.
Yeah. We're looking at you, X. We know you're going to try and steal our ideas.
We know one thing about our listeners. They will fucking steal anything.
Yeah. Greedy bastards.
But that's okay. We still love you. That's so
we still love you.
We'd like you guys to submit better ideas that we'd be happy to steal as well.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. What we got on the show today? We got anything to talk about today other than hand jobs?
Oh, we got news.
Ooh,
we got
riveted.
We got some questions from the Faithful 50.
Yes. Thank God they bailed us out because I am not prepared for the show.
Yeah, this is going to be the show, just so people obviously are now just starting to realize we don't really have any kind of format. I'm going to be leaving
Ryan, we're 127 episodes in. That's not including like special shows. Like, if they don't know we have no format already, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
basically, we're just kind of winging it until I leave.
Yeah, you know what? We are definitely at the like crawl. We're crawling to the finish line. How many more episodes we got before you leaving?
1.
Oh, okay. So after next week, we're gonna take a very small hiatus, and then we'll be back with all kinds of new things. And by that, I mean it's gonna be the same damn show, but
it's gonna be the exact same.
I'm gonna add at least one new thing, so I can say the all new Geek Dad Report. Yeah. I don't have. Do you have a recommendation? I don't even think I have a recommendation.
I had a recommendation, but then I've been thinking about it. I don't know if I can recommend it.
Well, you can not recommend it too. That's also part of the concept. So maybe by the end of the show, we will have something you should or shouldn't do, even possibly.
Yeah. We'll think of something.
Let's go with the news. I didn't even put the news in like categories. So this is gonna be a real random. I'm actually hang on, where'd my little arrow thing go? There it went.
Well, we can
always my pointy thing go because I'm
always trying to start off with Star Wars, so we can.
Do we have any Star Wars?
There was a Star Wars news, remember?
No.
Certain Solo of the Hound.
Yeah. Speaking of Star Wars, Ryan. Hey Ryan, you know how you'll be in a van giving hand jobs? Solo?
Yes.
Well, speaking of Solo, apparently they're going to... I can't segue that. I tried really hard. Speaking of hard and Solo... Solo is going back for some reshoots. The upcoming Star Wars movie Rumor is it's going to be pushed back till December. Now, real quick, take anything I say right now with a grain of salt. This has all been confirmed on Reddit, which means it's not really confirmed at all. But the person who is saying this has actually been pretty on point before with information. But it does kind of line up with what's going on with the movie. It wouldn't make total sense, and we're going to talk about why that would make sense in just a second. But the news is that Solo is going to be pushed back till December. And part of the reason for that is they're going in a couple weeks to do 3 weeks of reshoots, final reshoots for this movie. So,
well, it doesn't surprise me from what I've heard so far. The Kessel Run's being shortened up to like 8 parsecs now, and
they're going to film additional moof milkers because milking things is part of the new Star Wars universe. Ooh,
yeah, he didn't really milk it like this.
We've got blue milk, we've got green milk. What color milk would you like to see in the Star Wars universe next, Ryan?
I want to see some green milk.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah, that's gotta be.
We already had green milk. We have blue milk and green milk. I already said those 2 colors.
Red milk.
There we go. Sith colors. I like it.
And it's only served in the Knights of Ren.
But how do you know it's not just bloody milk?
Because it's served in the Knights of Ren special group area, and I don't know.
Does it have beads like the old video stores did, where they had their special section?
Yes.
You had to go through the little beads to get to the special. That's the Knights of Ren section at the bar. What
if there is a Knights of Ren?
What are we talking? Solo. All right, so Han Solo movie. This movie, if rumors are to be true, it's not even a good sentence. I don't know. If rumors are true, Ron Howard shot up to 80% of new footage for this movie. I mean, the budget has ballooned over $300 million. In essence, he's basically made an entirely new movie. If that is true, then 3 weeks of reshoots is nothing to worry about. It's kind of what you would need to finish a movie anyway. So my guess is they probably could use less of the footage than they even thought they could use from Lord and Miller, and they're going in to finish up some scenes, and that is what I believe we are getting with these reshoots. I'm still worried about this movie because, I mean, it's going to be the most expensive movie of all time.
I just have zero expectations going into it.
But whatever, I don't care. Honestly, it says Star Wars in the title. I'm going to go watch it.
Yeah. And just have no expectations when you go watch it.
None. Well, expect that Han Solo and Chewie are going to be in it.
Everyone watching it from Lando, anyways.
Lando Calrissian. If he doesn't have a Colt 45, they are really missing a marketing opportunity. All right, moving on. Speaking of people who miss marketing opportunities, DC Justice League did not put Superman in their promotions for Justice League, and apparently they said that was a bad idea.
Well, they're trying to make it be like, well, maybe he's still dead, and he's not going to come back.
I get why they did that, but, ultimately, the movie made less than $700 million. DC just needs to fire their entire promotions department because they suck at promoting DC movies.
They need to hire the guys that do Deadpool's marketing, because those guys are always having a blast. That's true. Is what my understanding of it is.
Well, I know I have a blast reading all that stuff. But basically, I'm missing Justice League because they're continuing to shake up their Justice League movies. Apparently, they're reporting now that they're going to be much more like Marvel when it comes to less cooks in the kitchen. They're going to have one person in charge who everybody answers to. There's going to be less executives talking and putting their thoughts into everything.
Yeah. It's what they should have done
long time
5 years ago.
Yeah, but they also did say that they're not Disney. What Disney's, I think they're trying to reel back a little bit from trying to copy the Marvel formula, which honestly is a good formula, but it's special in the fact that no one else is able to do it like that. But they said, hey, listen, we can't be Marvel. We can't have all these movies perfectly planned out and do it. We have to have a large diversity of types of movies. So it sounds like they're going to continue to roll out all these DC movies, but they're just going to do things like make Suicide Squad, make Justice League Dark. They're not going to give us Superman 1, 2, and 3, Wonder Woman 2, 3, Green Lantern 1, 2, and 3, Flash 1, 2, and then give us a big team-up picture, right? They're going to just do their own movies, and, whatever. I don't care. I've liked most of the movies. Some are really good, some are really bad, but whatever. They're all
I have
fun.
no problem with how DC does like their layout currently.
Yeah.
With with the with all the movie selections that they have out there, just because I think it does a better job of showcasing the depth of characters that they have, which is something that very much Marvel doesn't do. So I mean, DC should keep doing stuff their own way. They just need to, like you said, get their fucking shit together and have
Just
one guy
Yeah,
determining stuff.
just get it in line and stop letting so many people. Like, for instance, we've talked about it at length. We don't need to talk about it too much longer. But like with Zack Snyder, if you don't like his movie, that's fine. But you brought him in to make his movie. Let him make his movie, and then don't bring him in for another movie, right? Don't let him shoot his movie and then be like, nah, we don't like this. We're gonna reshoot a whole bunch of it, because then it turns into shit. At least it may not be loved, but at least it's a coherent movie from one director with one vision, and he puts it out there, and then you can criticize it all you want to, right?
Yeah.
Which actually leads me into a little bit more Justice League news. So every week we seem to have one story that says there's no Zack Snyder director's cut, and then there's another week that says there is. This is a week that says there is. Apparently somebody who worked on the movie said there is absolutely a Zack Snyder's cut, that he's seen it. And that fans should continue to petition Warner Brothers and get them to release it, because it's awesome. Is it awesome? Who knows? But I just want to see it. Warner Brothers, just make a Justice League movie, charge $40, put every version on it, and just let me buy it.
But Zack Snyder didn't finish it though? So how would it be?
No, he finished the movie. Apparently the rumor is that he finished. Here's the rumor: that he finished the movie, and that they didn't like, from the backlash and everything else, they wanted him to go in and do extensive reshoots, right? Then he had the stuff with his daughter, couldn't do the reshoots. It sounded like he finished the film and was exhausted, and then they said more, and he's like, I just can't do it, and stepped down. It's what it's starting to sound like happened. Now, there is a possibility that some of the special effects were not quite done yet, but considering how long this movie's been done, I wouldn't be surprised if, how long this movie, they had they announced it shot for like a year and a half.
Yeah,
I feel like
they probably have a whole bunch of Mark Hamill with his mustache, because he was doing The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Oh God! Well, that's the thing. We'd heard that Joss Whedon was only putting a few finishing touches on it, but he basically reshot every Superman scene in this movie, and you can tell because he's got the real shitty CGI face.
You can tell on it.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I enjoy Justice League, but it's a Frankenstein disaster, man. I mean, it is two different movies smashed into one with a bunch of weird stuff that kind of puts it together. I don't think Zack Snyder's vision is perfect. I definitely think there's choices in this movie that people aren't going to like. I just want to see the Zack Snyder cut, because I want to see what the actual movie was supposed to be. As a guy who enjoyed Batman v Superman and Man of Steel, I was looking forward to his final trilogy, the end of his trilogy, and doing a lot of stuff that he had originally intended. So, whatever. Will we ever see it? Who knows? But apparently it might be out there.
We'll find out at some point, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Deadpool a minute ago, Ryan, apparently there's Deadpool news, if you'd like to hear it.
Of course there's Deadpool news.
Deadpool has been moved up.
He's putting into maximum effort.
Maximum effort, people. Maximum effort time. I hope you wore your brown pants. And I'm pulling up the news, because I don't remember the exact dates, and I didn't write it down.
I was just waiting. Brian's got to have this a lot faster.
Shut up. Well, you know what? When I'm stalling, you're supposed to dance or do something to distract the people.
Well, I assumed you would just be quicker.
Well, that's what he said about your hand.
You were putting in minimal effort, just so you know.
Whatever, I can tell. All right, everybody. Deadpool. I don't know if this is good news or not. So Deadpool was originally slated to release on June 1st. And they have now, Fox has pushed it up. Deadpool is coming out May 18th. So we're getting it 2 weeks early.
Does it make that much of a difference?
It does, because I think it's stupid. Infinity War hits theaters May 4th.
Oh. Wait, so they want to go against Infinity Wars?
I love
within
Deadpool.
The first 2 weeks?
You know what? If I'm Disney and I'm buying Fox, I might give the studio guys a call and be like, hey, fuckers. No. Push that shit back.
This is a bad idea. This is why we bought you guys out, because you guys make stupid decisions.
Listen, Deadpool is a monster. Deadpool is going to be a huge hit. Deadpool 2 is, but Avengers Infinity War might break $2 billion. People are so excited for Infinity War.
I don't know. This doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, did they say why they're pushing it up?
Well, they moved around a bunch of titles. That wasn't the only news that Fox announced. They moved, let's see here.
I know Gambit lost his director, so they shuffled that time.
Yeah, Gambit, Gore Verbansky, I should have read it first. Verbansky, he dropped out. I don't think Gambit's ever getting done.
Channing Tatum's just going to be sad forever.
Yeah, I mean, it got pushed from February 14th to June 7th, so not a major. I expect that to get pushed yet again. The New Mutants have been pushed back. Let's see. It was supposed to arrive in April. The New Mutants was supposed to come out this April, so in a few months, and it's being pushed all the way to February 22nd of 2019.
That's a big pushback.
Well, apparently they're going to do some massive reshoots. The rumor is that the movie that everyone's expecting a horror movie, and apparently the original screenings, like they finished the main shoots on it. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And people are saying that it's not even remotely scary. So they're apparently going through to kind of add more scares to this. Because they marketed it as the horror X-Men movie, and apparently it wasn't really intended to be that, but now the expectation is there, so they're trying to kind of make it scarier.
Make some more jump scares.
I guess. I'm not really sure what that means, because, like...
Professor Xavier's going to be, like, hiding behind a bush. And he tries to jump out of the chair, but he just flops over on the ground.
Getting a hand job.
Getting a hand job by the Blue Beetle.
And they see him, and he's like, oh! And he jumps, he does like a mental projection of a giant Sasquatch or something. You know, I don't... You know what? I feel like I should name the show the Hand Job Show.
Yes,
I feel like getting a flag from YouTube.
I'm sure our wives will appreciate that.
Oh, they won't care. They'll be happy they didn't have to do it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sweet. So we don't have to do it anymore? What were we talking about? Oh,
we're talking about
a horror movie. I don't know how, if the movie wasn't intended to be a horror movie, I don't know how reshoots could turn it into a horror movie.
Yeah. They're going to make it like...
Fox, this is why Disney bought you.
I just rewatched Scream. I know what to do. We're going to give everyone a mask.
They're gonna put the Ghostface killer in there.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna put an alien in it since it's Fox. They just randomly insert digitally.
It's gonna be xenomorphs coming out.
They put Jason Voorhees in it. You know, like I said, this is why Disney. This is why Fox. You got bought. I'm sorry.
Very much so.
All right, what else we got?
Nothing.
Speaking of getting bought, Ryan.
Yes.
American Dad has been a huge success for TNT or TBS, one of those channels that start with a T. How big of a success? Well, they like it so much they're renewing it for 2 more seasons.
Well, that's good.
Yay! I haven't watched that in a long time.
Yeah, you're right. Don't know.
Speaking of TNT, Snowpiercer. It's a movie that we've heard is really good, starring Captain America, but neither me nor Ryan have watched it. Apparently, though, it's getting a TV show. So maybe we'll watch the TV show. But I mentioned that, and everyone said that we're stupid and we should watch the movie. So I'm a little conflicted. I'm not going to lie.
I'm very conflicted because I don't really think I care.
Perfect. Speaking of being conflicted, I'm very conflicted. Gillian Anderson is leaving everything. She left American Gods, which sucks. She is also confirmed that she is done with the X-Files and she's leaving Dana Scully.
I'm more upset. American Gods seems like it's just going really fucking downhill really fast.
Yeah. Well, Brian Fuller, so the guy who was running American Gods, what did he just sign on to do? Oh, God, I just saw it. It'll come back to me. He just signed on to do another show that looks like it might be kind of cool, but I can't remember what it was. So,
well,
I'm really good at news.
I haven't been watching X-Files, so I can't really say what she's been doing on there. But
oh my God, you know what? I just found my recommendation this week. I'm going to talk about the X-Files. Oh God. Man. But anyway, I don't care. Apparently, the last episode of season 11 ends on a cliffhanger, and we don't know what's going to happen to Dana, to Scully. So apparently, we'll never know. Thanks a lot, Anderson.
Don't care.
You jerk. Yeah, whatever. You're awesome. Do what you want. Let's see here. What else? What else do we got? Speaking of things that are not canceled, I don't know. Green Lantern Corps, apparently. David Goer says that, no, the movie's still in development over at Warner Brothers. It's just taking a little while longer.
Never got to it.
So, whatever. Green Lantern Corps apparently is still gonna, is gonna happen. I don't know. Also, things that are supposed to still happen. Steven Spielberg apparently was supposed to create a live-action Halo television series. God, I can't speak. Television series for Showtime. Well,
Words.
Apparently, it's still in development, even though we haven't heard anything about it for about 3 years. And outside of die-hard Halo fans, nobody cares about Halo anymore.
Well, the last time we almost got something Halo on a TV screen or movie, it turned out to be District 9. So
yeah, that was pretty awesome.
So we'll see. Maybe Steven Spielberg gonna come up with something crazy.
I hope it's still done. I'd love Halo. I want to see it.
I don't know.
I've kind of given up hope that we're ever going to see anything really awesome.
I haven't played Halo since Halo 3, and I read like the first maybe 1 or 2 books.
So Halo, there's some good books. They're hit and miss. Talk to me after the show. If you want to know which good Halo books to read, there's about 4 of them that are good. The rest are kind of fill-in stuff. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not Master Chief related. Halo 3 was great. Halo 4 was phenomenal. Halo 5 sucked big donkey balls. So I'm very excited for Halo 6 to come out. Hopefully it's better. We'll see. Usually with Halo, it's every other one that's really good. So I don't know.
How many fucking Halos are there?
Actually, it doesn't really make sense because Halo 1 was really good. Halo 2 was pretty good. Halo 3 was pretty good. Halo 4 was awesome. Halo ODST was good. Actually, all the ones that Bungie did are awesome. All the ones they didn't do, a.k.a. 5, suck balls.
Yeah. Are there still more Halos out there? Are they still blowed up Halos? Or?
Yes. I don't know. Yeah, not really. Now they're fighting the Forerunners. But if you're not into Halo, you don't know what that means. All right, Let's see. Moving on. What else we got? We were talking about Fox movies. Apparently, we're going to get a Shadowcat movie that may or may not be set in the Deadpool universe. No, Shadowcat doesn't do that. She turns invisible. Kitty Pryde, who is the longtime love interest of Colossus. So I'm really fingers crossed that we're going to get the Deadpool version, and then we'll get Deadpool Colossus in that movie. It'll be awesome.
And, like, Negasonic Teenage Warhead gets all involved. Start texting.
She's amazing. I love Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Hopefully, yeah, that'd be great. Shadowcat and Negasonic can be in the same movie with Colossus. That'd be great. Yeah. Speaking of girls who also deserve their own films, well, apparently it's finally happened. Marvel is rumored to have greenlit a Black Widow movie. They are writing the script as we speak, but there's been no official confirmation, so take this with a grain of sand. But it sounds like it's moving forward at least.
I thought they were doing Captain Marvel or something.
Well, they're going to do Captain Marvel, but Black Widow has been long. Everyone's like, "Hey, are we going to get a Black Widow movie? That'd be awesome." My guess is they'll probably do a Black Widow with a Hawkeye. With a Hawkeye in there. Yeah,
but they'll do a Black Widow movie and Hawkeye will be in it, and then like all the toys and stuff are going to be all Hawkeye.
Yeah. There's going to be no Black Widow.
There's going to be no Black Widow toys.
Geek Dad Report.
It's going to be like Black Widow, and then there's like
Disney
Hawkeye,
still doesn't know how to market to girls or anybody. I want a Black Widow action figure. Love to have one up here. Look at that! Look at that! I'm proudly displaying my cool Wonder Woman.
We all know that you would you put it up there and you would have it bent over, and that was just pretty much what you would do with your Black Widow figure.
Don't be disgusting. Don't be that guy. God, jerk.
Nah,
what else?
Just saying, that's what you would do.
No way. Let's see what else we got. Let's move on. Let's get out of the news. I don't want to talk about it anymore. So let me blow through here. Let's see. Matt Reeves has signed a first look deal with Netflix, his production company. So he's the guy behind the War of the Planet of the Apes. He's going to be directing the new Batman movie. So his company is going to be producing and directing some. I don't know if any word on whether he's actually going to direct anything, but his company is going to be doing some movies for movies.
Well, Netflix gets first look. So basically, whatever they want to come out with, Netflix gets to take a peek at it first and say, "Oh, I like that," or not.
They will, and I'm sure we'll be getting some stuff. Netflix is becoming all kinds of new content. In fact, we'll be talking a little bit about a new show they got coming out here. Vin Diesel apparently is in talks to play Valiant's Bloodshot in the live-action movie that they're working out, which actually would be pretty workout. Bloodshot, if you don't know, is a completely white, like android character who has red eyes and a big red circle on his chest. So sure.
Yeah. And he's awesome.
He's super awesome.
He shoots stuff.
ABC has not yet renewed Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but they are cautiously optimistic about a renewal for Season 6. Anybody who's watched
because Disney gave him the ultimatum last time.
What?
I said because Disney gave him the ultimatum last time.
That's why I think that ABC hasn't said anything, because I think they're waiting for Disney to tell them what to do.
Disney's gonna come in and be like,
That's why they haven't outright canceled Inhumans yet. However, they said that they are very disappointed with the Inhumans premiere and ratings and performance, as were we all. And in fact, they announced that they are not going to be coming out with any new Marvel shows for 2018/19. I do not think this is because they want to get out of the superhero business. I think this is because the Disney streaming service is kicking off in 2019, and Disney is putting all of their eggs into that basket.
Yep. That's part of why they purchased Fox, so they could have all those movie properties. So you're going to be getting Aliens and Star Wars on the same streaming service.
Let's see here. Anything else? And finally news. And finally, if you want to go see Black Panther and you haven't bought your tickets, you're probably shit out of luck. Black Panther is the highest ticket pre-orders in Marvel history in the first 24 hours.
That doesn't surprise me, because there's a demographic out there that has been just really wanting to have a character that identifies with them. And
what demographic is that, Ryan? What are you talking about? Because I really want to see Black Panther.
I'm saying there's a certain group.
There is definitely a level of excitement that we are seeing from communities that we have not seen for Marvel movies with the Black Panther movie, and rightfully so, man. It looks really good. It looks faithful awesome to the character that a lot of people love, and honestly, Ryan Coogler is a great director, and every trailer I've seen, this movie looks fantastic. I am super excited to see this. But yes, Ryan, there are certain people who have been waiting their entire lives to see this Black Panther movie come to fruition, and maybe thought they would never get a chance to see it, and now it's here, and they're very excited for it. So, I'm very happy for everybody who is as excited as we get to be about every other comic movie. So, everyone go see this movie. I think it's going to be great. And if you didn't buy your tickets yet, just wait till the next weekend.
I hope it sets a new precedent for Marvel movies, because Marvel's very lacking in diversity in their movies. So
what about Blade? Blade's fantastic. I want more Blade movies. How about that? Yes, as the second African American superhero movie to come out in 27 years. No, this one's I'm really excited. To your point, we've got, DC showed that, hey, you can have a superhero girl make $1 zillion and everybody love it. That, female leads can push the limits of movies just as well as anybody else can. As much as I do love Blade didn't set the world on fire. Black Panther has a chance to set a bar that has not been set yet for
just the
superheroes
cast
of color.
Just the cast on Black Panther is fucking amazing.
Oh my God, it's amazing. And if I hear if a single person complains about the lack of white people in this movie, we will have words.
They deserve to get punched.
Oh, God. Whatever. You're getting Smeagol. He's in this movie. He's got one arm running around. You got a Hobbit. You got a Hobbit and a Smeagol. Be excited. Black Panther looks fantastic. I am very excited to see this. I'm actually on vacation the week this comes out, so I'll try and catch it a couple times, hopefully. But I'll be in Canada, so I might have to catch a Canadian viewing. Hopefully it'll still be in English.
Hopefully the Canadians are nice.
They're Canadians. Of course they'll be nice. Canadians are always nice. Canadians are super nice.
As long as you don't nuke Toronto.
How would we know? Didn't they do that in South Park?
Yeah.
Oh, God. No, I already know what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. This happened when I went to Jamaica last year. I'm going to get up there and everyone's going to be like, "Oh, Americans." And they're all going to like walk on eggshells and they're going to be like, "So, Trump." And then when I'm like, "Fuck Trump," then they're all going to be like, "Oh, thank God." And then they'll talk to us, right?
Yeah.
God.
I remember the last time I went to Canada, my $1 was worth like $2 Canadian or something.
I don't think it's quite that much, but they always get mad at me because I make fun of their money. Loonies and toonies. Sounds like a cartoon money.
Yeah.
Hello, can I get 2 loonies, please? I'm going to add to my pile of toonies.
This one's still got the queen on it.
Oh, the queen.
Because we are technically, she's still our head of state.
Whatever. You know what? We just lost all our Canadian viewers. Way to go.
Yeah. Sorry.
I love Canada. Just to say, I do.
I love Canada too.
Every time I leave the country now, it's always like everybody wants to talk about like America. Like they think the world, like America's on fire. Which I mean, I guess if you're watching the news, that's what it seems like. But
I almost took a job in Canada.
Oh, that'd been cool. They would have paid you in funny money, Ryan. We're going to pay you 700 toonies a week. I don't know how much that is exactly.
Why are all these signs have French on them? God damn it.
Alto. I don't know what alto means.
Fuck.
You know what? You just make fun of Canadian. We like hockey and wrestling.
Yeah.
And Canadians have the best
clubs. They have a decent football league.
No, they don't. What are you talking about? Get out. Shut up. Now you're just kissing ass. All right, moving on. What were we talking about? How do we go from Black Panther to Canadians?
I don't know.
I'm sure Canadians are excited about Black Panther too. Anyway.
Yes.
The whole point of that fucking story was go see Black Panther. It's going to be awesome.
Yes. Exactly.
All right, and then we got a few trailers. We won't talk about all of them, but we'll blow through a few of them before we get to our questions here. We got another Black Panther trailer. I did not watch it because the movie's coming out in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so I don't need to watch it. Pretty excited. But I've heard it's really good, and it's got a soundtrack by... it's just been announced that Kendrick Lamar is doing the soundtrack, so that's going to be awesome.
Ah, that's sweet.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. The big one that I was excited about to drop this week that I did watch, and I showed it to my kids, is Teen Titans Go. I didn't even know they were doing an animated movie, but they are, and it looks awesome.
I haven't watched it yet because I wanted to watch it with my kids, and because they've been watching the shit out of Teen Titans Go lately.
So my kids.
And it's just because it's only like 12 minutes.
Dude,
like an episode.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do an entire hour-long movie, but they're fighting. I mean, the trailer's exactly what you think it would be. They're fighting Balloon Man, and Beast Boy turns into a porcupine and shoots some like I don't know what he calls quills, and hits him in the butt, and the guy gets a hole in his butt and he starts farting out air. And they're like, oh, they all start laughing. They're like, he farted. He's like, I did not fart. I just released air from my butt. And they're like, that's what farting is, yo. Yeah. It is aimed at children and me and Ryan.
Yeah, they have hit the target.
The best part is they're like, in a world where Aquaman can get a superhero movie, anybody can get a superhero movie. When you had me at that. I mean, you had me at the movie, but when you are willing to make fun of your own self, and your tagline is, if Aquaman can get a superhero movie, anybody can get a superhero movie.
That's very true.
And then it's funny, because like at the very beginning it shows Robin, he's like, we're here to give the people what they want. And what do they want? And everyone's dressed up as Wonder Woman. And everyone goes, Wonder Woman! He's like, no! And they're like, but yo, everybody loves Wonder Woman. Just like...
I'll have to remember to watch it with them.
Watch the trailers with the kids. It looks fantastic. You guys let us know what you think. I'm really excited for this movie. I watched the show with my kids, but I mean, it's not necessarily my cup of tea all the time, but I'm actually pretty excited for this movie. Let's see. We got a new trailer for Krypton. That's rapidly approaching March, I believe the air date for Krypton is. But we got our best look at what the show's actually going to be about. And It looks really good. What I really liked is it showed Adam Strange show up from the future with Superman's cape, telling Superman's grandfather that his grandson is going to become, the greatest hero in the universe. So it actually, I feel like this show is going to tie into the Superman legacy much more than just the fact that it's legacy. I think this show's going to know that there is going to be Superman, and I think that they're going to have a plot that has to save Superman's future, right? I think that's where they're going with this, and I think that's a really cool idea.
So they're going to take it to the point to like how Kal-El ends up building the ship and everything like that.
So that's
or maybe his grandfather will start it.
Okay, so the premise of this is it's his grandfather and then his father, but the end of the series, like the last episode, will show Kal-El launch and the planet explode. What this trailer kind of is leading you to believe is that the grandfather already knows their planet's doomed, but he has to act to save the future of Superman, right? So in a way, Superman, it seems like, is going to be very much involved with the show, but not in the show, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really cool idea. It actually looks really cool. I'm actually really excited for this.
Yeah, I'm all for a movie. I mean, even though Superman's awesome, it seems like a really cool way of doing it to kind of like set up. Because everybody knows the Superman story. That's the thing, but not everyone knows, his father and grandfather. So,
well, and we're gonna get. Apparently, they announced we're gonna get an accurate version of Doomsday in this, which is really cool. Which makes total sense because if anybody knows Doomsday, he's created by Kryptonian technology. We're going to get Brainiac in this because Brainiac was created from Kryptonian technology. So a lot of Superman's greatest villains, other than obviously like Lex Luthor and stuff, are from Krypton, are from that legacy, are from that part of the universe. So they could really introduce in a way, like I said, I mentioned Gotham. This is something Gotham tried, but in my opinion has really failed at because they basically made Batman but without Batman. Where this isn't trying to be Superman without Superman. This is really going to be an origin. And you're going to get a lot more history of Superman's planet that we just really don't know. And we all know the planet explodes and they're all doomed, but it looks like they give us enough time that we can get some rich stories.
I said there's still a story to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
They haven't painted themselves in too much of a corner. Superman's grandpa looks like he's in his 20s, so there's 60 years of stories you could probably tell in this time frame. And so it kind of keeps us guessing of what's going to happen, even though ultimately we know the planet's doomed. But it looks really good. I'm very excited for the show. It doesn't look cheap. It looks well acted. It looks like it's well directed, and it's got a whole bunch of people from Game of Thrones in it. So,
and sci-fi they seem to be hitting some pretty good chords right now.
Oh yeah, Sci-Fi Channel is just crushing it. But March 21st is when that's going to air. So. Better believe me and Ryan are going to be there watching it.
Oh, yes.
Let's see. We also got a trailer for I almost said Black Widow. For Red Sparrow. It is a movie starring Jennifer Lawrence about a Russian spy who has been trained from a young age to be the ultimate spy. A.K.A. Black Widow got her first movie before the Black Widow movie.
Now, was she in a ballet school?
She is. She's a ballerina.
Oh, God.
I'm not even joking. You gotta watch the trailer. It does look pretty cool. It doesn't look like it's like trying to be a ripoff of Black Widow. It just happens to be a ripoff of Black Widow.
Yeah.
My guess is it's going to be a hard R. It doesn't look like a PG-13 movie, but it looks really good. It looks like a really good. If you're into spy thrillers, it looks like it could be a really good one.
We'll see.
So I'm not sure when that's coming out, but check out the trailer and let us know what you guys think. And then finally, I think that was it. We had one more. I'm trying to see if we had. I want to talk about this last one last.
WB sent us the Batman got him by Gaslight.
Yeah, that looks really interesting. It looks very original. I love what DC, their animation studios, always comes up with, but this one looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like it seems like they're doing a good job with like having it be the old timey feel, and but still kind of incorporating everything that you know. So it looks like it'll be a fun movie. It comes out in a couple weeks, I think. So. And
then lastly, yeah, check it out. Check out the trailer. Let us know what you guys think. we will have a full. We will definitely be giving our full review. Try to take one sentence and break it into 3 parts. Our full review here on the show when it comes out. So look for that. And lastly, Netflix released a trailer for their new, I'm guessing final trailer for the new show Altered Carbon. It's yet another sci-fi channel that comes out February 2nd, so it's just right around the corner. And it looks really good. It looks like Blade Runner, but interesting.
Yeah, because you don't like Blade Runner.
I didn't hate it. Here's my thing. People, when I say Blade Runner, I'm like, Blade Runner was all right. People lose their shit. They're like, what? That's the greatest movie ever. It's all right. I mean, let's be real here. But
I haven't watched this trailer yet. But if it's any better than that first trailer, then I'm already fucking sold on it.
Yeah, this one actually gives a lot more story. So basically, a guy who's an assassin, a hitman, has been frozen for a couple hundred years. He's woken up, put into a new body, and this body is like, think Demolition Man. His body's got like combat training. It's got all these special things, and this super rich guy has woken him up because they need him to find a killer.
And they need him to figure out how to use the 3 shells.
Yeah, they use the 3 shells. So it's like a mix of Demolition Man and Blade Runner. The altered carbon, it refers to the fact that they have these bodies that they grow, and they can transfer your consciousness to another body. So basically, you never die. When you get old, you just transfer your brain into a new body and
new body with a bigger penis.
Well, some of us don't have that problem, Ryan.
You always gotta go bigger.
I could use like, I would love to transfer my brain into a body that has like super combat training. That'd be awesome. Be like a ninja.
There's that, I guess.
Be a super
if you really
ninja
wanted to.
with a huge wang, Ryan. Jesus, what's wrong with you? Anyway, check it out. I'll be definitely watching it. Looks like another good possible hit show from Netflix. If you like sci-fi, I'd say give it a shot. And that
Netflix
is all the news we have.
it.
So thank you for enduring. On to the questions from the Faithful 50, because we have no topic tonight to talk about.
I think we did a good enough job.
We talked about hand jobs for 40 minutes.
Well, okay. We didn't do a good job. But we did have some good questions. We got the first one from Chris. He wants to know, I posted a picture of Captain Planet.
Nice.
He wants to know, who was your favorite Planeteer? Or was it a villain? I'm going to say my favorite Planeteer was was Hearts.
Wasn't the villains always like polluters or like pollution?
Yeah, they're always like...
He's like, ooh, I'm oil spill.
There was the guy with like the pig nose. He was
you know
always
what?
dumping,
I don't
like,
remember
toxic
because
waste.
I've got a dark secret to tell everybody. I don't really like Captain Planet.
I
thought it
only
was
watched
a
it
stupid
just
ripoff of X-Men, of superheroes, of good superheroes.
It was like the last Saturday morning cartoon.
I
It's
always
like
found
if you had like
real dumb.
stayed through like all of it, and you pretty much usually give up by the time Captain Planet came on. But well, Brian.
I found it to be dumb, and I mean I watched it, but I don't know, I've been reading comics forever, and it was such a ripoff of DC Comics in a lot of ways that I just was like, this is real dumb. So I'll be honest, I never cared enough to know anybody's name other than Captain Planet. And he was kind of cool, but he had a mullet, and that just wasn't very cool.
Yeah, nice green mullet.
So, sorry about that.
Alright, so we have, he's got another question. He says, since Hulu will be getting a reboot of Animaniacs.
Yes.
And he said one of the best and most dirty cartoons he's ever watched. What other 80s or 90s properties, specifically cartoons, would you want to see rebooted?
All right,
and he said if he had the money to do so, he'd do G.I. Joe.
Well, can we just throw out, like, honestly, X-Men the Animated Series? That I would say reboot that and start it over again. By far one of my favorite series of all time. So let's throw out Batman. Let's throw out Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, and X-Men, because those are kind of like the holy trinity for me.
Probably Gargoyles.
Yeah, I would Gargoyles. That's my answer. I would like to see Gargoyles rebooted, or even Darkwing Duck. Those two.
Aren't they doing Darkwing Duck on the Disney XD? They're already doing like Tailspin and DuckTales.
Well, they're doing DuckTales. They haven't announced Tailspin yet. I mean, there's rumors they're going to bring back the whole like afternoon block, which would be awesome. But Gargoyles was my favorite, man. Gargoyles was dark. I looked forward to that every single week. It was such a good
Dude,
show.
I would actually tape. I'd put the VHS in and
Oh yeah,
get everything ready and record it. And
dude, Gargoyles was so ahead of its time. That was such a good show.
yeah,
It was genre. It was dark. Each episode played into the next. It had a rich history. That was a killer show.
it was really well done.
Yes.
I'm gonna say for off the wall show. How about Doug? From Nickelodeon.
Oh man,
Doug was a good show.
Oh
I like
god.
Doug.
I want the MC Hammer show to come back where he had the dancing shoes. Let's see what else. That's probably from the 90s. From the 80s, I'd probably say, the original Transformers was such a classic. He-Man, I'd like to see He-Man come back.
Yeah, Chris said Dino Saucers.
Oh
He
my
had
God.
that on there too.
Wow. How about Silverhawks? Remember that one?
Nah. Was Dino Saucers the one where they had all the lasers and shit on the
Yes,
dinosaurs?
that's exactly what it
Yeah,
was.
the toys looked awesome.
Dude, all those shows back in those days were written to sell toys. That was the whole purpose.
Yeah, toys are rad.
All right, well, thank you, Chris, Evil Chris, for your questions. Fun fact, real quick: if you guys would like to see more of me this week, I believe I'm going to be guest appearing on Chris's show, the Utah Outcast, tomorrow night. So look for that.
Look for if you want to see someone who can talk over Brian, it is Chris.
Nobody.
He's the only one that is physically capable of doing it.
I guarantee now, the challenge has been laid. I am going to out-talk Chris on his own show. I'm just going to derail the whole thing. I won't, Chris.
We'll see.
Maybe. Go Hawks!
We have our last question from Jeff.
All right.
And he wants to know, what superhero movie would you like to see made in Pixar style rather than live action? So a Pixar kind of...
He's got a picture of Superman, which he knows.
Yeah.
He's just laying it out there to tempt me because he knows how much we love Superman. I love Superman.
Yeah. You guys are like Superman.
He's our bestie.
Giving hand jobs in the back of a van.
Yes. No, disgusting. You're gross. I can't be friends with you anymore. I'd actually like to see. I think Batman, Mask of the Phantasm, is still, in my opinion, the best Batman movie, and I think Batman was made to be done animated style, and I think he would make. I think a Batman. I think you could, if you gave Pixar a Batman story, I bet you they could make one that would make you cry tears of sadness throughout the entire movie.
Yeah.
My parents are dead.
How about... I'm trying to think of because Pixar is a very kind of its own thing. What about Green Lantern Pixar?
Yeah, Green Lantern would be good. I know. I was trying to think of something so crazy that we'll never get a chance. We're never going to see. I would love to see an Age of
Black
Apocalypse
Adam.
movie. I would like to see Pixar do an Age of Apocalypse movie is what I'd like to see. Because we're never going to get a real Age of Apocalypse the way it is in the comic books because it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Or like a Maximum Carnage. I mean, something that you can't physically shoot, that is just too expensive.
Do a Carnage against Venom.
Yeah, Carnage, Venom, Spider-Man movie, man. A Maximum Carnage movie would be amazing. Or how about Spawn? Give Pixar Spawn.
Yeah, but they're redoing that one.
Yeah, but
already.
it's gonna suck. I want to see Spawn from the comic books. The only way you can do that is Pixar. If they did it, it would be amazing.
Yeah, that's true. How about Squirrel Girl?
I don't care about Squirrel Girl. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't either.
My daughter loves her. She seems like a fun superhero, but I have not really read much Squirrel Girl.
It seems like the most obscure that I can go.
Just I don't know, whatever. Don't go obscure. Do what he wants to know what you want to, not some. He's not trying to get you to come up with some so genius answer that he's like, I didn't think of that. Ryan is a genius.
I did say what I wanted, asshole.
You made up a bunch of stuff. I don't think you really did. I think you were looking around your room looking for things. And you're like, I would like to see a lamp movie.
I love lamp.
And I would like to see a movie about a picture frame. Oh, and a Conan. How about a Conan movie, Ryan?
I would love a micro.
Would you like to see some giant pixelated pecs?
As long as it's not two guys getting hand jobs in the back of a van, I'm alright.
You're really fixated on this. Don't forget the cocaine. God.
Yes. Oh, definitely cocaine.
How about I want to see Pixar make a Miami Vice movie. Just cocaine and hookers.
Just reduce like a Scarface.
Oh, there you go.
Pixar.
I want to see like a rated R Pixar division where they just make these awful movies that nobody's seen. All right, moving on. All right, thank you for your question, Jeff. I actually did have a question on my page as well, Ryan. So.
Sorry.
David posted. He had two questions. The first question was he wants to know who can save this country from all of our shitholes.
Nobody.
The American fucking people can save themselves from the ultimate shithole. Donald J. fucking Trump.
Yeah.
You know how you do it? You vote. Not for racist
you know
assholes.
how else you do it? You get your friends to vote.
Yes.
And you find a candidate that you like, and you go knock on doors, and you get strangers to vote.
And if you don't think your vote matters, look at Alabama. That's all I'm going to say.
If you don't think your vote matters, look at Virginia, and
Alabama.
It was a complete tie, and they had to draw straws for who won.
That is not a good example of how your vote counts, Ryan. What I'm saying is Alabama elected a Democrat, like in the first time in like 50 years, because people got off their asses and voted. So, David, if you don't want the commander and idiot in charge anymore, then just vote. Make sure you vote lots of blue. There's a little D by the name. Vote for those guys.
Yeah.
And
get other people excited to do it too.
And let's all hope Oprah doesn't run for president. I want some Bernie. Give me some Bernie. Bernie in 2020. Take that.
If he's
Give me
alive.
some Elizabeth Warren. How about that?
I don't know. I like Cory Booker.
Yeah, I like Cory Booker too. Give me some Booker. Booker T. I want it now. Ryan will give you a hand job in the back of a van. If you bring the cocaine. We know Oprah has some of that.
Yeah.
You don't get to be as rich as Oprah without having at least like a few kilos in your house somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure Stegman's got like a bunch.
It wouldn't surprise me.
All right. There you go. That's how you can save this country, Ryan. Dave. Thank you, Dave. And then he says, oh yeah, geek stuff. He wants to know who the best sidekick of all time is and why. Do you want to go first, Ryan?
I'm gonna say Brian West is the best sidekick of all time because he tries to act like he's the one in charge, and just because he talks a lot, and he thinks he's got like all these attention coming at him, but really it's not that much. So that's who I think the greatest sidekick of all time.
Hang on, I'm sending someone a message right now. All right, so I just have notified my co-host, my sidekick, that he has been fired.
I just got a beep in my ears.
What does it say? You should look and see what it says, Ryan.
Oh, it's a GIF. It looks like.
What's it a GIF of, Ryan?
Let me open it up and find out.
It's a good one. I think you're gonna like it.
It says, the Cheeto's firing me. You can't fire me.
You're fired.
Technically, I created the Geek Dad Report.
The best sidekick of all time is going to be the new one that I hire to be my sidekick on the Geek Dad Report.
Well,
son of a...
joke's on you. I licensed this thing back when I created it as a article series on watchplayread.com. So,
joke's on you. I actually pulled the records and you did not. So I did. Boom! Best sidekick. I don't know. I put no thought into this. Let's just say Robin. He turns into his own superhero that actually became popular.
Yeah, he became Nightwing. So.
Or Kid Flash became Wally West, who most people know as the Flash until Barry Allen decided to come back.
There's not a lot of sidekicks that seem to like advance up.
No, or that are even cool.
What about the sidekick for the Tick, Arthur? I mean, he does all right.
He's terrible. He's a terrible. I mean, he works well. He's less of a sidekick and more of like the brains behind the operation.
Yeah.
Oh God,
he's a good foil.
I'm gonna say Robin. Robin has got to be the best sidekick of all time, right?
Yeah, you can't get better than Robin, honestly.
Nope, he's even been killed a bunch of times. Still comes back.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, David, for your questions. We appreciate it. All right. Finally, recommendation, what you should or should not waste your time doing this week. Ryan, did you have something?
I started reading Ready Player One, the book, in anticipation of the movie coming out. I've heard some pretty positive things about it. About halfway through the book, and I really don't know how I feel, honestly. It's like I enjoyed the 80s. I was born in 82, so I was only 8 years old by the time, the 90s rolled around. So the 90s was really my thing. But man, if you like to circle jerk about all like the tiny, minuscule things that happened in the 80s and like arcade games and movies.
What are you trying to say, Ryan? Are you commenting on my shirt, you dick?
I'm just saying, this movie is very 80s heavy.
80s was the best era. Everybody knows it.
So, I can't really give a recommendation or not on it. I'm just going to say it is very inconclusive. So do your research before you decide about his book. And once I finish it, I'll let you guys know which way I swing.
Ryan whoa, hey. Are you going to tell him in the back of a van? Woo!
That is the only place where they get to find out.
He's got the book and the lotion. You bring the cocaine. All right. Thank you, Ryan.
What about you, Brian?
Then he's gonna send me the book that I'm going to say I'm going to read, and it's going to sit on my shelf for 17 years. All right. Moving on. What do I got? My recommendation that you should or shouldn't do this week is I watched X-Files, and I know we've recommended it many times on this show, but I might have to change my stance on that because it's real bad. Once you get past the nostalgia, like, here's the thing about the X-Files. I'm not going to say don't watch it, because if you love the X-Files, I mean, whatever. It's Mulder and Scully, and that doesn't change, so that's cool, and it's fun to watch, I guess. But the problem is like, they try so hard to give you good conspiracies, right? They really try. Like, they try their best. Now, this first episode was just real bad. It was Mulder driving around for about 20 minutes, inner monologuing for, like, the entire time. And Scully just falling down and going to the hospital the whole time. It was not a good episode. But the thing that made it fall flat is they really reach for the conspiracy, and they try and make you go, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. But we live in a day and age where a third of the population of America think our old president was born in Kenya and was a Muslim terrorist, right? So, we have so many crazy conspiracies floating around America right now that the X-Files just doesn't even hold water with their crazy conspiracies, right? People are like, ooh, we have alien abductions. We're like, we knew about that 20 years ago. We don't care about alien abductions anymore. Everything, I mean, for crying out loud. What are some of the crazy things? Chemtrails are turning frogs gay. People think that, like, there's lizard people running around.
I kind of gave up on the X-Files. I did not get into the
X-Files. That's real life. That's what people think now. Like, people think that NASA, like, they think the moon landing is fake. We got flat earthers right now running around saying the Earth is flat, like on Twitter.
Yeah. We've given the platform for crazy people with conspiracy theories.
Fox News legitimately reported that Hillary Clinton was running a child sex ring out of the White House. This is where we are.
In the basement of a pizza place.
Yeah. So when you watch the X-Files, you're just like, these conspiracies they're not even half as good as what we can turn on Fox News and watch. So the show just feels really dated. Like, Mulder just feels like he's running around trying to solve things. Like, the X-Files should be like America right now, right? He should just be solving the problems in the White House if you want to, to form. But I mean, honestly, it's just not good. You want to know the truth? The new season of the X-Files is bad. At least the first episode. I haven't watched any more than that. But
that's disappointing.
But you know what? I love Mulder and I love Scully, so I'm going to continue to watch it. So my recommendation is, if you were like, I haven't watched any other ones, I might give it a shot. Don't do it. But if you're like, I've watched them all, you're already committed to 10 seasons. Why not watch the 11th? Fuck it.
I won't be catching up on it, that's for sure.
And if you want some really good conspiracy theories, get some popcorn and watch Fox News and just laugh and know that it's all fake.
Every single second of it.
Every single lizard breathing, no atmosphere, Noah's Ark loving episode of Fox News is fake. All fake. They were running a special on how it's been proven that Jesus was blonde hair and blue-eyed. No, he was not. Fox News, you were liars.
It was Putin the whole time.
It was Putin. It's Rasputin.
Rasputin.
I can't, man. I do anything else. I gotta go drink. Can't do.
We need to get off the politics because
you want to hear me talk politics?
You are quickly spiraling out of control.
I spiraled out of control an hour and 4 minutes ago.
You need to save it all for Chris's show.
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, thank you everybody for joining us. Before we get out of here, Ryan, would you like to tell everybody where they can find us?
Yes, you can find us on Twitter at the Geek Dad Report, Brian at BrianNorth53, and I am Big Boozer. We're on YouTube as the Geek Dad Report, Facebook as the Geek Dad Report, and on iTunes as the Geek Dad Report. Make sure you go and you comment and give us a like and a 5-star rating and a thumbs up and follow and subscribe to everything and tell your friends and tell your wife. Maybe set up break into your wife's email account and then get it on all her social media and like us on all her stuff and make accounts from your kids.
And then send her dick pics.
Yeah. Wait, no.
What?
Not that.
Sorry.
And then meet Brian and I in the van. We'll be driving around the country.
I'll be driving and collecting the money. Ryan will be in the back.
Yeah.
Giving out handies in a van for cocaine.
Yeah, it's going to have a big GDR Geek Dad Report on the side of the van.
The Geek Dad Report. What are they going to call it? The Jerkin Mobile?
It's going to kind of look like the
handy wagon?
Yeah, it'll kind of look like the A-Team van, but just more like we're going to get arrested.
It's going to be just white. So you don't know if it's cocaine or man love. It's going to be the GDR handy wagon. There you go. Congratulations. God almighty. What is wrong?
And that is how you end the show.
Until next time, see you later. Get a handy from Ryan.
Get a handy in the back of the van.
Ryan's a handy. Woo! He can use his left or his right. He's that super. I don't know what you call it. Just switch here.
Just stay nerdy.
Dexterous. Whatever. See you later. Stay awesome, everybody.
Stay nerdy.